May we have a blessed session.
Stunning. We would like to, well, our last episodes have been quite complainy. We brought up a lot of issues that bother us, and we felt that today we wanted to do something slightly more positive. We'll see.
Really?
We
I didn't think that's
again.
what it was. I plan on being very
We're likely to
negative
end
still.
up complaining again.
We're gonna ask each other questions. Have you seen that movie, The Hunger Games? Die Tribute von Panem. For those of you who speak German only.
I always think, I'm gonna stay in my pajamas because they can't see my legs anyway, but then I end up sitting like this.
Well, I'm in my underwear. Look, we're
fine.
naked from here down because it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I've written down all kinds of questions. Some of them are like career related, acting related. Some of them are just completely random.
Yeah.
We're gonna switch it up. We'll see what destiny brings us.
Okay. Na 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 na.
Plenty.
Na 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 na
Plenty.
na. Welcome to the 74th annual Hunger Games. As usual, ladies first. Jesus, we should have started with something light. How are you today? Something like that. What is your biggest strength as an actor?
Oh wow.
I know what mine is.
Okay, well the question was for me.
Not everything's about you, Shirley.
I think my biggest strength, like when it comes to doing the actual acting, I think is that when I'm in a scene with someone, I'm very good at being in the moment and being like present with the other person and like listening. I think I'm very good at listening. Okay. But then when it comes to like the whole like being an actor as a career, I think it's my resilience and the fact that even like after disappointment on disappointment on disappointment, I can still find ways to like motivate myself and feel hopeful again. Those are my two strengths. What about you? Your turn.
I think my strengths are I'm very curious.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
I'm very curious. And I think another thing I have that's good is I'm quite childlike as a person.
Yeah, for sure.
Which
that's
I bring
nice.
into my acting.
Mm-hmm.
I have the playfulness.
That's some really
I can play. Yeah, I think those are mine.
Yeah. Great ones. Great strengths. My turn. If you could change one thing about the industry, being the film industry, what would it be? One thing.
Okay. This is a short answer. I wish Hollywood would stop eating babies.
Oh my god.
There, I said it. Well, we spent 4 episodes saying what we hate about the industry. Ultimately,
Yeah, there's so many things, but if I could change one thing. It's like an obvious one, but I would just change the male dominance. Like I would make it equal. Male and female. I'd make it the same, like with a snap of a finger, that we're paid the same and that we have the same amount of opportunities and that there's the same number of female directors being nominated for an Oscar every year as male. Thank you, that's all.
If you could know right now whether you'll make it or not, would you want to know?
No, I would not. I wouldn't. Because if I found out now that I'm never gonna quote unquote make it, first of all, what does that even mean, make it? Because what does that mean? But if I found out now that I'm never gonna make it in the eyes of other people, then like what would I do? Like would I still keep doing it? I don't know, but I want to keep doing it. And same thing the other way around. If I found out now that in 5 years I'm gonna be winning Oscars or whatever, then I would probably maybe stop working so hard and I would just like start taking it for granted and being like, oh, it's gonna happen anyway, and then maybe I would never get there because I then stopped working so hard. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to know and I don't care, to be honest, because it's about what I'm doing right now and whether that feels right or not. Wow, I can't believe I just said that. That's crazy, but I do believe that.
It's that same thing. If you had a book and you started reading it and you notice it's the book of your life, would you read it till the end?
Oh, like the book about my life.
You get a book, you start reading it, it's about you. It's your life.
No, I would put it down. I'd be terrified to.
I'd read until today.
Yeah, I'd love to read until today.
But then you'd be so tempted to know what happens.
I don't think I would. I think I'd be terrified to know what happens. I
Wouldn't you be tempted? Wouldn't you open a random page like towards the final chapter just to get a pic?
I don't think so, because I'd be so scared of what I'm gonna see. I don't think I would. I'm really not. I've never been someone who wants to know about the future.
I do. That's why I do tarot.
Maybe, I don't know. I wonder if I should go to therapy about that one.
My answer is the same as yours. I wouldn't know. I don't want to know. I think making it would be more like, there are two types of making it.
There's so many.
You can feel internally fulfilled, or you can feel externally fulfilled. It could be that you make it, that you're winning your Oscars and whatnot, but internally you don't feel fulfilled. So what if the genie would tell me you will make it, but then how do I know I'm going to be internally fulfilled? The other way is also possible, that I don't make it the way I want to, but I find other ways of feeling fulfilled.
That's the thing as well.
For all we know, it's also the same thing, because Hollywood is it's such a big illusion around it. What does it all mean? Like, now that I find out that so many people are involved in so many dark shit, part of me doesn't want their approval as much anymore.
It's true.
I don't want to be in that room. That's one thing as well that's come with the whole Epstein files and this, like,
yeah, that's
I want to say awakening that I've had in the last couple of months, years, whatever. Which leads to another question that we have in here is like, are you less ambitious the more you heal, the more you love and accept yourself? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think success is re-signified.
And the thing is, something like, if you showed me an image of what my life would look like in 20 years, me now might be like so disappointed and be like, that's not what I want at all. Like, how can I feel fulfilled? But me in 20 years might be like, I don't want anything else. This is exactly what I want right now. So how can you possibly know what you in 20 years is going to be happy with? What's going to make you feel fulfilled in 20 years? So I think it would be a really dangerous thing if we were to be able.
When I was 18, I thought my life would be so different.
Yeah, like,
but I feel very fulfilled and happy somehow.
We have a question in here that's, if you could show, let's just answer it anyway, because we're already talking about it. If you could, if your 18-year-old self now would see where you are right now, we're 26, by the way, so that's like, well, almost 10 years ago. We're turning 27 this year.
We met when we were 18, by the way.
If our 18-year-old selves could see us now, would they be proud, or would they be like confused, disappointed? So I think I have the same answer. I think my 18-year-old self then would, some things they would be very excited about, and some things they'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she did that. But some other things, I think they would be disappointed, to be honest. I think they'd be like, I thought I would have done more, and I thought I would have gotten further. But that's because my 18-year-old self didn't know and didn't understand a lot of the things that I've understood today.
I didn't know they eat babies.
The things that I've learned and the way that my brain works today makes me see my life now and appreciate my life now in a completely different way than my 18-year-old self would have seen the life that I live now. So it's not fair to compare them. I wouldn't want my 18-year-old self to know any of it. I'd give them a few words of encouragement and be like, you're okay, you're good, you got it, you're on the right path. But I wouldn't want them to know.
What will it be?
Mr. Darcy,
clip your nails or perish the river below.
Where is that from?
I don't know.
If they offered you the role of a lifetime, but you have suck the producer's dick, would you do it? Oh my god.
Who wrote that?
Oh, I know who wrote that. He's sitting right across.
My eyes are swelling up.
What the fuck is this chicken doing here, Alex? Did you put that in?
Squeeze it.
Alex likes to bring in new props to change things up.
Would I suck someone's dick to get a
Wait, first
part?
of all, what's the role of a lifetime? Can we know?
The role of a lifetime is like...
It's gonna win you the Oscar.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing you have to suck his dick once. That's it.
That's it.
You don't have to speak to him again after that.
It's really
well,
tough.
You'll have to see, because you're working together, I guess, so you'll have to bump into them, but you don't have to spend time with him.
You know what? I really don't know how to answer it, because a few years ago I made this promise, this pact that I would never be not loyal to my integrity. I can achieve everything I want with, with truth and honesty and kindness. I don't need to, I can lead this my way. I can play the game by my rules. I can't do that. And then lately I've had this realization that it doesn't work like that. The world doesn't, the materialistic world at least, doesn't necessarily...
You almost kind of need to play their game in a certain way, but play it to your own advantage. But then do you sacrifice your own, is it worth sacrificing your own integrity to play the game just for long enough for you to get what you want? Like, does the end justify the means? It's such a huge question. And because the truth is, I feel like in a way, if all I had to do was suck someone's dick once to get this life-changing role or whatever.
I do it! I made up my mind, I do it! I've made up my mind!
Let me finish. Once you do get there, you only have to do it once, right? And once you are there, you can use that attention and that power that you then get for other things, and you can use it for good. And all you had to do was suck that one little dick. But then again, you think that you just have to suck that one little dick. But I think once you do it, once you go there, once you step over, once you cross that line, it's very, very difficult to not spiral and keep stepping over it again and again. So yeah, I think you have to be very, very careful. Because you do think, it's worth it. I just have to do it this once, and imagine all the power I have, imagine all the good I can do after this, the films that I can make, the stories I can tell, and the influence that I'll be able to have. But then, is it really worth it? I don't know.
The thing is, I think I do it. But listen, to my defense, the thing that's annoying is it's not about sucking dick. We've all sucked a dick or two that we didn't particularly love. Sure. It's the fact that you have to be so submissive to this higher power. It's the power dynamic. It's the ego thing. You know, I have to get down on you. Like, what does it all mean? What about my craft? Why am I not being recognized by that? Why is it that this is the factor the decisive factor if I get something or not?
Yeah.
That's the painful thing. Sucking a dick, a stinky old dick, is it bad?
Sure, it's not pleasant, but...
No, but you know what? Like, I've choked on words. Like, will I do it? Would I love it? No. Is it yummy? No. It's the ego thing that would really haunt me. Do you know what I mean? Like, the rest, you can brush your teeth, you can shake it off.
Yeah.
But
can you shake it off?
But the thing is, I think for years I said I would never do the wrong thing. But then, to be honest, I think there are non-negotiables. I think there are worse things than sucking dick.
Yeah, but
powerful
then...
career. See, that's where it starts getting...
But where is the limit? Where does it end? Because once you start sucking dicks, how hard is it to then go on to the next step? Because you just keep doing, oh, it's fine, just this once is fine. It's for a higher good. And you keep doing things for a higher good. I think you have to be very careful with things like that.
Well, no one's ever offered me that, so...
True. It's a hypothetical
It's a hypothetical question. But also, if you have a dick and you want it sucked, and you can give me an Oscar instead, you know, hit me up. I just want to state that there are multiple things I would not do. I wouldn't ever make anyone else do it. I would never do something that fucks with anyone else.
Yeah, because this is still yourself.
It's my decision. It's my throat. It's the back of my throat, okay? So if you're judging me, don't do it on your throat. But in my throat, I can do whatever I want, okay? Thank you. Next.
All right, next question.
You answered this one. If this path never paid off, would it still be worth it?
Yeah, for sure. Well, what does paid off mean again? So, let's say even if I never, this isn't gonna happen, by the way, I don't want to put this out into the universe, but say I was never able to live fully off of my acting and could quit doing any, like, whatever, side jobs, whatever the fuck, it would absolutely 100% still be worth it for me, because doing this for the past, like, almost 10 years has taught me so much, and I would never have become the person that I am today if I didn't want this, because wanting to do acting so bad forced me to put myself in rooms where I would have never, that I was so, like, scared and uncomfortable to go in, because I still am somewhere deep down, but I was always like quite a shy, introverted, quiet, very nervous and slightly anxious kid, especially as a teenager. And I would have never stepped into those rooms or done those things that I did if it wasn't because I wanted this so bad, and I knew I had to do those things, otherwise I would never be able to get there, you know what I mean? And doing those things then made me so much more confident, resilient,
spiritual.
Spiritual. They gave me this, like, strong sense of self, and it's given me this, like, belief in myself and this, like, knowledge that I can do things even if they scare me and make me nervous. And I don't think I would have ever pushed myself that far out of my comfort zone if it wasn't for the fact that I wanted this so bad. Because then I wouldn't have had to.
100%
I would
agree.
have picked something comfortable and easier.
Do you know what? One thing I think about is like whenever life's shit or like whenever acting isn't going the way I want, I still feel so grateful to have picked this life and to be where I am.
Yeah, we wouldn't be living in London first
to
of
get
all.
the chance to try this, to do what I love, because I think so many people don't even do what they love.
Yeah.
There's so many people who are probably better actors than us who will never give this a shot. I think one of the things I'm most proud of in my life was that I gave this a shot, because when I was young, I was so set up to do something corporate, to do a 9 to 5. I went to good schools. My whole entire path was laid out for me to go into a business school, maybe marketing if I wanted something slightly more creative. And then this fire burned inside of me, and I just knew I had to break that. And I don't know how, but I did it at the time. It was really difficult with my parents. They didn't want me to do it, blah, blah, blah. It was a whole thing. But if I hadn't made that decision at 17, 18, I would probably be stuck in a rabbit hole of 9 to 5s that I would find very hard to leave in my 20s or 30s to start again.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I took it from like early on and did this.
Grabbed it by the balls.
I grabbed it by the balls, by the roots. And even if this never works out, I'm so happy. If anything, I could be doing a 9 to 5 right now. And even if I had more money and whatnot, which is honestly quite likely. I mean, for fuck's sake, I speak 4 languages. So do you. We're smart people. We're creative and charming. I'm sure we would have done something with that in the, whatever industry we would have ended up in.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't give that up. I wouldn't give this life up.
But also, I think we need to stop that mindset of if this never works out, if it never pays off. It has worked out and it has paid off. Like, look at where we are. Sure, we absolutely have dreams and ambitions that we haven't reached yet, and sometimes that is frustrating. A lot of times that is very frustrating. But it already has paid off, and we already are doing so many of the things that we were dreaming of. Also, we would have never met if we didn't both do this.
Can you believe the crime, Shirley?
We would have never met.
They'd find me dead in a river. On the side of a river. And then they say, "What happened to you, sir?" And I said, "I can't tell you, ma'am, but something is missing."
No! Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know where I would be.
I wish you well. In hell! I just looking at you.
Next question.
Is it
Are
you?
you finished? Yeah, it's me, I think.
My God, did you put tea in honey in that shit?
Would you rather be one of the 2% most successful and famous actors in the world, you're never out of work, and have all the money in the world?
Oh, fuck. I
but
don't
your
want to.
roles are always stupid and never artistically fulfilling, like really cheesy, stupid roles that you don't like. Or no one ever knows you, you'll never be famous or get major recognition. You get by on a humble salary. I think you can buy a flat, but that's about it. But you can choose whatever roles you ever want, and you can always play the roles that you want to play.
Cut the show. Oof. I guess the second option.
Yeah, it would have to be the second option. Honestly, actually, for me, I don't think it's that difficult.
For me, it's difficult. Come on, I love the glam. There's also this thing with I used to say like I just want to act. I just love the craft of it. I don't need fame. I don't need success. I don't need power. Now I'm at a point where it's bullshit, because I know I do well with it. I know I'd use my voice well. It comes back to the same thing, like timid people, good people, well-intentioned people need to get loud. They need a platform. It's okay for good people to be stinking rich. I support that. I want that. I want more good people to be in that position. That's where change happens. So part of me thinks, fuck, I'd love to be influential.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to have an influence on people, and I know in my heart I would do the best of my capabilities to help. I think we both agree maybe we'd unfortunately pick fulfilling roles.
Yeah, 100% I would pick that.
Yeah, me too.
Any day, but yeah.
Would we be like, no one would know
Honestly,
our name?
I think that would be, the loveliest life, to be honest with you. Because sure, we do like dream of like I know, winning awards. Who doesn't who doesn't love being
Well, we
recognized
won
for
awards,
work?
by the way.
Yeah. You know, but you know what I
Just
mean.
so you know. Yeah?
Who doesn't want to be recognized for their work? But I think at the same time, there's so much like pressure and bullshit that comes with the fame. I think honestly, it would be the best life ever. Being able to pick whatever roles you wanted, get by. You can buy yourself a home. You can live.
I love the pressures of fame.
And get to work all the. Yeah, I don't know if I would. I think maybe you do well with the pressure of fame. I don't know if I would, to be honest.
I would love it. I'd say, honey, don't worry. There's a little bit of me for each and every one of you.
And then you would crumble because everybody actually wants a piece of you.
True.
And you would give it to them.
I'd give it to them.
So you would
crumble. I would crumble. I'd come home and say, Charlene.
Charlene! Oh, it's so hard! Is it my turn or yours?
No, it's my turn, bitch. Stay in your zone. Stay in your hairline, male.
This is the guy with thinning hair.
No! Ever. My hair is not thinning. Look. Why are actors so insecure?
Oh.
I'm gonna eat this one. Insecurity? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. What's that?
Some sort of
Never been insecure a day in my life.
I think everyone is insecure,
No.
and with actors, it's just.
Not me.
I don't think actors are especially more insecure than other people. I think it just comes to the surface for us easier because we're very openly criticized and tested all the time, and also we tend to be quite empathetic and emotional people, so we can sometimes be a little sensitive.
It's also very personal, though.
Our job is very personal because we literally use our own feelings and our own experience often. Okay, yeah.
My armpits are sweaty.
Yeah, let me just give him a second to show off his sweaty armpits. Are you done?
Sorry, Shirley.
Yeah. We use our own experience and our own emotions, and it is about us at the end of the day. So it's tough.
It's tough out there, isn't it, honey?
Tough out there.
Listen, you've answered for me. Actors are walking insecurities. Maybe everyone is. It's just actors get tested more.
Yeah, I think so.
And we wear our hearts on our sleeve, don't we? We need to have thick skin to survive the biz, but we need to have thin skin
to be able to do the work.
to be able to do the work.
job.
So it's this constant.
Okay, I know what he's doing there.
You go. I love this game.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
Do you like it? Are you guys enjoying it? Do you like me? Please like me. It's really tough being a showgirl.
We're really.
Hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. You're sweeter than a peach.
What do you think is your biggest weakness? So your biggest weakness as an actor / creative. So we've done strengths, now weaknesses. We're going into all of our flaws here.
Ain't God done.
I'm pretty perfect.
Yeah, never heard of it. What's my biggest weakness as an actor? Are we
Who
arrogant?
would have thought? Are we arrogant?
Am I the problem?
No. Sweetie, never.
Never. Me the problem?
I think my biggest weakness is this is such a self-indulgent answer, but I think my biggest weakness is probably my self-criticism. And I beat myself up a lot, and I do compare myself. I think, the comparison, I think this is a classic one for any actor, really. Comparing myself to others and...
I need to stop you. No, this is great. This is all valid. But we're talking about the craft of acting. The things you're saying is your mind approach.
Right, okay. Yeah, okay.
So something like, I'm shy, or comedy, or drama. What's your weakness?
But I think that is my weakness as an actor as well.
When you perform.
Because when I beat myself up, I get in my head, and I'm not able to act to my fullest. I did quotation marks there because whatever. What does that mean? But act to my fullest potential because I'm in my head and beating myself up and doubting myself. So I think that is also a weakness when it comes to doing the actual acting. Doubting myself because it makes me not sometimes make bold choices. It makes me play it safe.
Do you know the best thing for that is? What really opened me up as an actor? Doing touring. Touring?
For me, it's Meisner. Meisner is that for me.
Oh yeah, Meisner's wonderful. I can see why Meisner's that. We can also
Meisner is if you're not an actor, Meisner is a
method,
like an acting technique.
The theater opened me up as well because you suddenly, you're no longer limited by the restraints of a set or a camera, and you have the whole stage to try things out, and you have months you have months to explore the characters, so it cracks you open, touring cracks. Oh my god, I'd love to talk about that on a different. We can explore the benefits of theater, because I was never really a theater kid, and recently I've become one, and it's been so life-changing. As a screen actor, I'm in love with theater. I would do it for the rest of my life. In fact, it's the thing that opened me up the most.
Yeah.
Really, I can go on for ages. Oh, what's one piece of advice? What's one piece of career-related advice you'd give your 18-year-old self?
Career-related. Oh God, should have thought about this one.
I know.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah. I think I just say to not attach myself to any results.
That's the big
I
one.
would be 90% happier now, because I did achieve so many of my goals. I am doing what I wanted to do, but the result part isn't the way I thought it was going to be. I've got all my blessings. I've got results, but nowhere near the way I thought it was going to be. Not necessarily size. Size mattered so much to me when I was 18. I wanted something gigantic, and my blessings came with different shapes and colors than I ever imagined. The jobs I booked were so different than what I imagined. The twists that my life took were so different. I thought my acting career would go one way. It went a completely different way. So I would say, go into this, no expectation, not being so result oriented. That would be my advice. Like, do what you're doing, study where you want to study, talk to the people you want to talk to. It's all good. It's all like you're on the right path. But my attachment to results fucked me up. It still does, actually.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one. And I would probably just tell her...
Break up with him.
Oh, break up with him? Break up with him. I know for sure.
I would tell my 18-year-old, oh my god, run. Run, don't look, run. Like, literally, run. Like, not metaphorically, run. Like, get your things and run. Don't look back.
Yeah.
And call the police. Call the police. Has someone been bad?
Oh. What's a role you would absolutely smash but would never get cast in?
Probably like Legally Blonde or something.
You think you'd never get cast in Legally Blonde? Oh, as the female lead.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's such a good one.
I'm joking. I think when I watched the film in 2009, oh my god, films like Call Me By Your Name, I thought I smashed that.
You would get cast in that.
Would I?
For sure, you're such a yeah, for sure you would.
When that film came out, Boy Erased, about gay conversion
100%
therapy,
you get cast in
I
that.
thought if they cast me in this, I would have won the Oscar.
I think Legally Blonde was a really great one.
That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Obviously, you wouldn't get cast as a female character, but I think you'd smash it. But you couldn't, because it wouldn't be the same movie, because the movie's supposed to be a feminist film, so if a man played her, it wouldn't work.
What the fuck? Oh my god, they're gonna come for me.
But,
Cancel! Good thing I like my friends
cancel. Like, you need to
cancelled.
stop breaking into fucking Taylor Swift lyrics for every single verse.
I'm really sorry. It's not just Taylor, it's everything.
Okay, I think I'd smash the role, Amy Madigan's role in Weapons. Not that I want to steal her, like, Amy Madigan is fantastic.
Amy Madigan, the old one,
She won the Oscar.
Oh, I bet she's
She won-
90 years old.
Incredible. 90?
The Witch?
Yeah. I think me in like 50 years or whatever would smash that role, but I probably wouldn't get cast in it because I usually get cast in like... Actually, that isn't true. I was going to
Oh,
say...
you could play her in 50 years. You could play her, in 5.
I love playing that one.
The skin is surely catching up. Do you know which role I would be amazing for? I can play like, they only give me Nazi characters, but it's like a shit Nazi. It's like Soldier Number 3. One Nazi that I would fucking knock it out of the park is All Quiet on the Western Front.
Which one?
He like won an Oscar like 3 years ago. It's about,
Oh yeah, but he's supposed to be like a relatable, isn't he?
Well, am I not relatable?
I just meant you usually play like the stereotypical bad guys.
Yeah.
But this one is like it's meant to be like a relatable little boy.
Baby boy.
I think you smacked that role, but
No, but I
you
think-
didn't get cast in that.
Yeah, so why didn't I? That's my point. Why didn't I get cast in
All
that?
the point of this question is to bring up a role that you would be really good at, but it's not your casting type, and you
Oh, I
just like
misunderstood the question.
That's how I saw the question anyway. But all the roles you said are like totally your casting type.
You're right.
Just that you didn't get cast in them yet.
Do you know something I'd love to see you play?
Well,
I'd love to see you play like a sex worker or
like Mikey Madison in Nora.
yeah. Just
I love that. That would be a challenge for me, but I would love
for
that.
those of you who don't know Charlene, she's quite like well put together somehow. I'd love to see her lose it. And then
I
be
would
like,
love to do
And then be
that.
like,
Are you gay or just European?
just European.
Next.
Oh, I like this one. Would you rather burp every time you speak or fart every time you laugh?
Burp every time I speak, because I basically do already anyway. I burp a lot.
But like every person you meet, you burp.
So fart every time I laugh. But is it like a loud fart?
Yeah, it's like.
No. It would be burp.
I think I'd pick the fart every time I laugh. Because laughing is funny and
But
farting.
we laugh so much.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh no, maybe I'd become really grim and like unamused because I
Yeah,
wouldn't want
because
to
you don't
fart.
want to fart. No, that would be so sad. No, I
But
pick
burping, I hate burps. It's like
I
farting
don't
with your
mind
mouth.
burping.
Burping
Like
is
you
farting
can
with
just,
your mouth.
I could like burp into my mouth and then I can blow it at you.
Ah! I love this question. Wait, I'm gonna show it to you guys first. You can't really see it. Okay, this question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm actually really good right now. I've got great things happening. I'm doing really well. How about you, mate?
I'm alright, yeah. I'm alright.
We've been worse, haven't we?
Yeah, joke the
Spring
words.
is coming.
Spring is coming. Hay fever.
Hey, fever is here. Bless you.
Guys, tune in. Thanks for watching iCarly. I'll see you the same time next week. Stay in school, kids. Use protection.
Yeah.
And never forget,
Don't scroll social media. Put that phone down.
stay off of the internet.
Stay off the internet, children. It's not good for you. Okay, I would like to manifest.
Break up with him.
Break up with him.
Dump him.
Girl, break up with him. Or boy,
Dump
break
him.
up with him too.
If you're wondering,
Anyone,
if you're
gender
wondering,
neutral, break up with them.
no, with the, if you date a cis man, this is your sign to break up with it. If you're wondering whether you should do it or not, this is your sign to do it. You can thank me later. My email is alex.figueiredo2021@gmail.com. Write me a thank you email. I saying I dumped him. Let's blow this candle and hope
Wait,
that
what
she
am I-
dumps them.
Okay.
Dump him. Namaste, motherfucker.
Namaste.
Your days are over, boy.